Hi folks, and welcome to Butsy Customised. This is my channel for my car collection. A lot of people have been asking me to do a YouTube for a while, and to be honest with you, I've just been too busy with my work, but with lockdown happening, I've actually found a wee bit more time to do some more work on the cars and try and get something made up for the page. This video for just now is for my Escort Cosworth. Now I picked this car up about just over a year ago now, actually this in March. And I just fell in love with it. But as soon as it came off the trailer and I started to drive it, that all went bang. It felt really rough to drive, it wouldn't idle properly, it was very lumpy, it wouldn't start very well in the mornings. So straight away your heart's kind of down on the fact that you bought a fairly expensive car and nothing seems to work in it. So we put it in for its MOT because I didn't have one, and that's when we found out that although mechanically it was half okay, the underside was just rotten. It was like a tea bag underneath there. So we found out it needed both sides. It needed outers, middle and inner sills. So obviously we had to get that done. We got that done and managed to get it through its MOT. But I just couldn't get this drive of the car to feel smooth. It was just something shaking underneath the car. So my friend John Balfour up in Forfar, he's a Cosworth specialist. He told me to bring it up to him. So I did. Took it up to him to try and find the problem with this prop shaft, or what I thought was the prop shaft. Turns out actually it was, but that wasn't even the half of it. When we started stripping stuff off, I decided to underseal the car to get it all wrapped up and protected, especially after getting the new sills done. And what we found was when we took down the back swing arms and the front cradles, that everything was rotten. It was really, really rusty under there. You're poking holes everywhere. So it then became, instead of a repair, it was a completely repair and replace on here. So we've had patches in the back chassis legs all done, the front floor pans, anywhere where anything bolts on was really rotten to the core. Probably proof that this car was actually sat on the top of grass for a good part of 2 or 3 years at least. I don't know a lot of history on the car, although I do have a booklet with a lot of receipts on it. It doesn't really tell you the actual history of the car, how the last owner treated it. So I'm having to start from scratch with this one. So the underside's actually been done. It was stripped down to the bare metal. Any bit of rust on this car was cut out, replaced, and then we were obviously wrapped it with a tint on it to match the ash black of the car. And obviously when you're doing something like that, everything has to come off. So brake lines then had to come off, the handbrake cables, fuel lines, the fuel tank itself, including straps, everything, absolutely everything. This car was on a half spit and it was just, a sorry state for itself. So obviously in doing that, we decided to go whole hog in it. And what we did do was we changed everything. Brand new suspension on it, a set of gas coilovers, gas gold coilovers. Put brand new discs, pads and calipers in the front, fully refurbished as well. Brand new wheel bearings. We've changed all the drive shafts and the CV joints back to front. Everything's been serviced in this car as well, right down to the back diff, the prop and the transfer box and the gearbox itself. Now the car obviously I knew was running kind of lumpy, but under a bigger inspection we really found out that it had been a monkey mechanic who had been at this car. There was no gaskets in it, it was literally just sealed up with silicone. So when you're doing something like this on this car, you're better to check everything. So John, thank God, managed to strip everything down, check the engine, and right from back to front, we had to rebuild the diffs at the back to make sure it was solid. The sumps weren't even sealed properly either. So this was all changed. The biggest thing though was the engine itself. I'd been told when I bought the car it was forged. We were running a set of Omega BD10 cams, a T34 hybrid turbo on there. It did have a bigger intercooler, the RS500 and fan pack on it, but I've also replaced all that with brand new AirTech RS500 style intercooler, but the engine itself was a mess. What someone had done, obviously, had spun a bearing at one point in his life, and rather than check the block, they just put a new set of bearings in it and then chucked the car back out. And obviously that's what was causing this major issue in this car to run. So the engine then decided, you know, we have to go and get this sent away. So the head was sent away for checking, the block was sent away to get fully repaired. Now it was there, we sleeved it and got the forged pistons and K1 rods in that to suit this car, including getting a new crank as well, which was obviously a pricey one to do. The head was, luckily enough, was okay in it. The cams, the stage 2 cams were perfect, so it was just like a tidy up of the top end for their new gasket seals and whatnot on it as well. So yeah, I mean, putting it back together, the car drives like it should now. It really does drive well. The Vipec management that's on it sorts everything out quite well. We've got 2 switches on the centre console. One runs the anti-lag, which is the fun switch. Another one is a high and low boost setting that just obviously gives us that wee bit more power when we want it to. Coupled up, obviously when we brought it back, it was running a Scorpion exhaust. Now this thing was, you know, we just redone the underside of the car, then the exhaust really let it down. So I ended up going to Meerkat exhaust and getting a full custom turbo back exhaust put on it, just a straight through to a silence on the back, just to get that cosy growl on it. The car should be running roughly about 400 to 450 brake horsepower. That's obviously what I've been told and what I've got on the printouts. I'll hopefully know on Saturday exactly what that car is running, because I've got a rolling road day booked in for Andrew Gallagher, AG Motorsport, just to see, you know, make sure this car's running bang on. It feels really good, but a rolling road and a setup will make it look, you know, and tell us exactly what's going on with that. So I'll have more news on that, you know, come Saturday, which is, you know, the end of this week, which is this is Tuesday. So I should that. Then on Sunday, it's going away to interior mods. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I do not like standard, and the purists absolutely hate me when I get into a car, because I don't like keeping things standard. I like to bring retouches that I like into a car. So the whole of this interior is coming out, and we're putting, well, basically cladding everything in leather. The dash, ABC pillars, parcel shelves, back walls, front door cards, and obviously the front and seats in the back benches will all be done in a black lap and Napa leather with a custom stitch on it. Well, it's there, we're actually going to do the roof on it as well, just so that everything there is really pretty. Because let's face it, the Escort is a Mark V, so it's really, you know, 1995, just sheer plastic in there. So I really want to kind of give a wee bit of luxury inside there. As you can see, the bodywork's pretty good on the car. There's a couple of wee blemishes here and there that I notice when I'm polishing, that I might get blown in, but I think I'll probably end up going down the line and getting the whole car painted again, just so I know when I've got the car, it's absolutely perfect. I've got the standard wheels that's sitting just out of shot in the camera as well. They were on earlier today. On Sunday, we took the car to Kames racetrack for a photo shoot for Classic Ford magazine, who are doing a Cosworth special, and that's coming out in March. So this will be in front cover along with an RS500 and our friends, and Sapphire 4x4s, basically a culmination for the magazine. So as soon as I brought up the road, I've just changed over the AZEV back to the AZEV alloys, which I really like. I think they look better in the car than the standard ones. I think the Escort Cosworth alloys look great in every car except the Escort Cosworth, which is, you just seem to get lost in these arches. So yeah, I don't have mega more plans once the interior's done on this. I think, well, obviously we're still waiting for loads of shows to happen this year, and I'm hoping that Ford Fair will happen, and if it does, then I think I'll end up taking this down just to give it a good run and bring something, because obviously everybody else who knows me mainly knows me for my purple Focus. And yeah, so I'm going to do a couple more wee videos on this one. I've given you the basic lowdown of what's on this car. I'll do a wee walk around, show you the ins and outs of the car, and hopefully, you know, you just like it. It's not going to be a long video, this one. It's literally going to be a short one just to, you know, introduce the car. But once we've got the interior redone, I'll probably do another video just to show just how good it is, or I might just couple up this one. Depends how I'm feeling in editing. But thanks very much for tuning in, and thank you to everybody who follows me on Instagram. That's where my main following is. So if you like what you see on this, hit that subscribe button, and anyone that's a Ford fan, or you know someone who's a Ford fan, feel free to tell them, you know, that I've started up the channel and I will be showcasing all my Fords. That's everything from the Mark II Focus RS, the Escort Cosworth, and what the camera is sitting on at the moment is my Series 1 RS Turbo Rep. But we'll get through them all, and hopefully the channel keeps some entertainment going through this lockdown. So thanks so much for tuning in. I'll let you see the car. So I hope you enjoyed the look round about my Escort Cosworth. Hopefully I'll have some more content in the next couple of weeks. We'll try and get out driving. As you can probably hear from the roof of the garage at the moment, it's throwing it down. So typical Scotland weather, it's not really one for taking a Cosworth out in. So thanks again for subscribing and checking out this video, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Take it easy, folks.